Chairman, Board of Commissioners, County Manager David Birkenbein, MedicalBurn Ban. MedicalBurn Ban. I'm confused here, so maybe my perception is messed up. But Section 54.114 on subparagraph I. The fire chief shall be authorized to ban outdoor burning in a limited geographical area upon receipt of a medical documentation from a resident that the resident has a medical condition adversely affected by smoke. Unenforceable, and it's a law. H. Fire chief shall be authorized to require the extinguishment of any fire if it adversely affects or interferes with the enjoyment of life or use of property. Another false. It won't be enforced. Another saying by the fire marshal, when he combines all these together, even though you follow all the guidelines for burning, you may be required to extinguish the fire if it adversely interferes with another's enjoyment of life, use of property, or if someone with a health problem is affected. That's another false. You can call 911 all day long, and it doesn't make any difference. It will not be put out. So, I mean, what am I missing here? Y'all made the law, so I mean, I just can't understand what I'm missing. Here's the application. We filled out when my wife had a medical burn ban. That was 2014, and I'm still fighting it. I fought it a little bit in 2015, and here it is 2017, and we're kicking this can down the road again. Why wasn't it enforced? Oh, but wait, we can have this application and have a new application, and we could have put an addendum down here. Even though it's approved, it's only for outdoor burning of yard debris. It's smoke. And then they state the other one on the supposedly restriction. Exemption for outdoor burning restrictions. It's not a restriction, it's a ban. Single family resident taps, detached dwelling burning in a chimney, fire bowl, or other similar device or outdoor fireplace unless garbage being burned. Smoke is smoke. It's going to affect you. It doesn't make any difference what fire it is, he can put it out. And we want to talk about the letter of the law. These people here in the exemption had, how come these people over here where it has in the county code, why don't they have the letter of the law behind them? Why aren't they being fulfilled in their when they put out the application and got it approved and the fire marshal approved it? How come we're not backing them up? I mean, it's just getting on the point of crazy. It's just another law that was passed for only a few people's affected, supposedly. Well, there's more than a few. You're going to have people with heart problems. You're going to have people with medical problems. You're going to have people born with problems. You're going to have people with genetic problems. You're going to have people with problems. And if smoke affects them, it affects them. And if our interpretation is whatever you want it to be, whatever you want it to be, whatever you want it to be, then it will never be solved. It's what you all need it to be. Don't leave it in limbo to have a authority to interpret the law. Have them enforce the law. There's no interpretation there as far as I'm concerned. I believe it's cut and dry. Put it out. If you're called, put it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Birkenbein. I just want to direct my comments to the chair on us exploring this loophole that's here that seems to give assurance that there wouldn't be outdoor burning in the medical burn ban area, but you know, these exemptions are not known to those that apply. You know, the argument today just seemed, you know, quite plain. Mr. Birkenbein has been here, meeting after meeting, expressing his desire for support, and I guess I'm at the point where I'd like to see how we could come up with a ordinance to balance the interest of those who do apply for a medical burn ban. It seems from what he read verbatim that there's discretion on behalf of the fire chief, and yeah, there may be a way to explore that discretion and look at even a permitting process for those that want to burn outdoors and those with those exempted uses to do it at a specific time or give notice or some way. There just seems to be opportunity to better balance this issue. So I don't know if any of the commissioners are interested in supporting it, but I'm just declaring publicly I'll support that. I don't know when we have our next ordinance change, but it's unfortunate that you have to come here and continue to keep saying the same thing, that when you read it verbatim, it seems very clear that there hasn't been adequate protection, and how we've communicated that to those that have taken the time to fill out that paperwork for the for the ban. I guess word to our community development director that I'd like to support this and during our next code enforcement, our code consideration of code changes, whenever that comes up. Okay.
Fran Mitchell.